Hey guys, the Fire Brothers here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today because he's trying to figure out why anime is so goddamn good. Yes guys, if you don't watch Attack on Titan or Naruto, you'll bring great dishonor to the family. No, but in all seriousness, if I had any anime to recommend, go watch The Promised Neverland or Rising of the Shield Hero. Those are really good. No, really, you won't regret it. Anyways, these are the jokes. Hope you're enjoying them. Alright, so I'm just gonna review the new Studio Series figures. Well, I say review, most like I'm actually just gonna take a look at them and see if I think they're gonna be good, if they think they have some flaws in them, and stuff like that, because I don't really have them at hand. I'm not one of those magical, TF YouTubers who somehow get toys early. Oh my god guys, how do you do that? But anyways, so I know I'm really late to the party, and honestly, I have no idea how well this video is gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead with the assumption that not a lot of people are gonna care about this video because it's kinda late, and I'm sorry about that, but school has been a pain, so I gotta prioritize over here. So anyways, we're gonna start with Topspin. I almost called him Left Foot. Alright, so I used to have the old Dark of the Moon Topspin, and a big problem with that toy was, well, the bag was kind of weird. It got in the way of, pulsing incorrectly. Also, wasn't a big fan of how his arms were just the claws. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's screen accurate, but I wasn't a big fan of that. And his legs, I think the legs were fine, but the torso, the crotch section, it was a bit flimsy, at least in my figure. Now, in this figure, it looks like the claws are actually separate, which I really appreciate that. And he can take the weapons from his back car doors and use them as, handguns, which is a pretty cool detail. Overall, this figure looks a lot like the Studio Series Roadbuster that we got a little while ago. And chances are, if you didn't like that figure, then you're not gonna like this one, because it seems to be using the same body type. It's like the chest is very similar to Roadbusters, and I feel like this is like a remold of the Roadbuster figure, because the legs are extremely similar and the chest is also extremely similar. So it wouldn't surprise me if they, took inspiration for Roadbuster to make this figure. The head sculpt looks amazing, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of the car pipes that are on his chest being this metallic gray silver color. It stands out way too much and kind of deviates a bit from the figure, but overall I kind of like this figure. I'm probably gonna have to wait for Prime vs Prime or MGO to review it, but for now it's so far so good. Now his vehicle mode on the other hand looks pretty amazing. It looks even better than the old figure I used to have. The color scheme matches perfectly well. They got all the little details with the Impala, name on the front. The guns do look a bit out of place. I wish they would just make them the dark gray that they have for the hood of the car. That will help out a lot, but it's not a bad figure. Our next figure is Blitz Wing, and I am so gonna get this figure. I love Blitzwing's design. I'm still salty that this design is not Starscream, but in my collection, I'm gonna pretend that it's Starscream. That's my headcanon, and none of you can tell me otherwise. But yeah, those wings in the back look amazing, the head sculpt looks spot on, the colors are ridiculously good movie accurate, and I like how his gun's also movie accurate. Well, best they could do. He's kind of just holding it, but it's really hard to translate a movie character into toy format. So honestly, I don't blame them, and I think they did a spectacular job with this figure. This is a 10 out of 10. I'm definitely gonna get this Blitzwing. I was super excited about this, and now that he's finally gonna come out, my dreams have become true. As for his jet mode, it's fairly accurate. Minor nitpick. I wish that they got the Decepticon insignia for the missiles that he has on, underneath his wings. Because in the movie he had the Decepticon insignia in there. That would have been pretty awesome, and I think he's also missing some Air Force tattoos slash, coal marks on the top of his wings and somewhere in his cockpit too. But other than that, it's a very good figure, but it does seem to suffer from the same problem Nitro Zeus does. And by that I mean that the legs are very clearly exposed in the back. Like, you can see that there's like a huge chunk of, robot leg where the back wings are. It's something that unfortunately there's not much you can do about. Like, a lot of, Hasbro's Jet Transformers toys have this, so there's not much you can do about it. But overall, I think the positive outweighs the bad, and this figure is a must-have for my collection, and probably your collection too. Now, we also got other figures for like the Cyberverse toy line and the Earthrise toy line. I'm not gonna talk about them because I don't think people care too much for me talking about those toy lines. I mean, I like them at all, but if I make a video about it, you guys won't watch it, and you know that. Next up, we got Soundwave, and when we first got the image of Soundwave, I was really disappointed. The color scheme was this like light blue that was really shiny, and I disliked it. In this new picture, we see him with more of a gray look, like a satellite slash protoform kind of look. It looks better, but he reminds me an awful lot of Vector Prime. Not saying that that's a bad thing, but it's a bit unlike Soundwave, and I don't like how he doesn't have the wings on the back for his robot mode. But now, in his satellite mode, he actually has the wings, and he looks more like he does in the movie. I'm gonna be honest, guys, some of you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I don't like this figure. Yes, I know, it's movie accurate, but I don't think it's a good figure to have on display. It looks kind of ugly to me. It looks like this kind of, you know, mass match of parts. And I don't care if that comes with the stand, this doesn't look very good to me. If maybe they did the Studio Series Soundwave with the satellite to like add more to him, maybe it could have worked. But the problem is that this Soundwave kind of looks meh. I prefer the old Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave, guys. I'll be honest with you. It's cool if you like this figure, but personally, I'm not too excited about it. I'm probably gonna skip this one. Now, I already talked about this figure. I believe this is Scrapper. I think he's pretty good. I really do like the yellow color scheme and how movie accurate he is. He's probably one of the most accurate Studio Series figures. And his vehicle mode's fine too. Then we got Skipjack. I believe he's Skipjack. There's like 3 different versions of this character. So, it's basically just Rampage with Scrapper colors. It looks fine, you know. Not much of a complaint with this guy. It's okay, you know, it's okay. We got a better image of Overlord, and like I said, I love this figure. I love how unique this guy is with the different arms and stuff. And I love how unique his vehicle mode is. The problem is that he has the Devastator thing, the Devastator neck slash collar thing on top of his vehicle mode, which it shouldn't be there, and it destroys the accuracy, but you know, it's one of those things that they couldn't have done Devastator without that otherwise, so it's a compromise that I'm willing to take. Now next we got Sentinel Prime. Now, I was excited for this figure at first, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm not too excited about it. Maybe it's because of the angle. It doesn't like, you know, paint me a good picture of how this guy's gonna be. He looks like a very blocky figure because of the chest. It's like this big square, and I don't mind blocky Transformers, but it looks a bit off to me. I don't know, it looks a bit off. The wings on the back are pretty well done, I guess. You know, not much they can do about them, but with what they have available, I think they did a pretty good job. The head sculpt looks amazing, and the weapon, I feel like it should be a tad bit longer, but if this is what we end up getting, I'm not too upset about it. His vehicle mode does look amazing though. Sentinel Prime has one of the best vehicle modes in the entire movie franchise, that's for sure. I just love everything about it. It looks good, and even if you don't like the robot mode, I think this figure is just worth getting for the vehicle mode. So, you know, it's up to you. Next up we got Cliffjumper, and guys, I'm really curious. Do you think that much like how the Studio Series, the Masterpiece Jazz can split in half, do you guys think that the Studio Series Cliffjumper can also split in half? Because Hasbro has been really into gimmicks lately with their toys, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a way to split this Cliffjumper in half. Someone should get a Cliffjumper figure and like do what those YouTubers do where they smash, you know, like really expensive stuff and just cut this guy in half to see what's inside. I think that could be really funny, but in all seriousness, this figure looks good. He has a very strange weapon. It looks like Bumblebee's weapon, but you know, they just recolored it and modified it for Cliffjumper, because in the movie, I'm pretty sure that he just had a small handgun to his arsenal in Cybertron. But yeah, this guy's basically near perfect replica of Bumblebee with a few, you know, with the color different and the head different, of course. So be on the lookout for the Cybertron Bumblebee. They're just gonna recolor Cliffjumper and change his head, and bam, they're gonna call it a day. Which honestly I don't mind, cause you know, the whole point of Cliffjumper is that he's a red Bumblebee. His vehicle mode looks very good. It looks very War for Cybertron-ish, like Sideswipe's vehicle mode in the War for Cybertron games. A bit of a side note, in the Transformers War for Cybertron Netflix trailer, I complained about the designs not looking very alien, very Cybertronian. They look like they were still on Earth. And this is how I wish the characters will look more like in the actual show, because Optimus Prime's, truck mode looks an awful lot like a regular Earth truck. And the same thing applies to a variety of other characters that appear on the trailer. But hey, that's just my opinion. And that's it for the Studio Series, guys. Honestly, I like them for the most part. I do have a few complaints here and there. The only one I will say I kinda despise will be Soundwave. I don't like it. Everything else it's fine, and I'm probably gonna have to wait for reviewers for Topspin, but for the most part, Studio Series has been really picking it up lately with some of these figures. They look very good, they look very promising, so, all you can do right now is just hold up and be patient. Hopefully we don't get another, natural bumblebee situation. That's the last thing we need. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Shout goes to our patrons: Moirice Prime, iPulse Fate, Mario Gordon, Predaking Hunter Plays, Mr. Baby Duke, and the absolute madman himself, Jordan the Great, who donated $100. Thanks for your support, guys. Make sure to go check out their channels, links in the description down below, and if you guys want to shout out yourself, all you have to do is donate to my Patreon. By donating to my Patreon, you get quite a few rewards. You can get a shout out to your channel, you can request your own videos, you can collab with me in some of my videos if you choose to, you get a special role on my Discord server, you can also get early access to my videos and stuff like that. There's plenty of rewards to choose from, and it's entirely optional. It sounds like a pretty good deal, right? But keep in mind, this is entirely optional, since freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you guys for donating, it's much appreciated. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. But anyways, guys, so for this video, I don't know if you guys are gonna watch this or if it's even gonna get enough support, because considering that I'm a bit late to the party and I've been pretty busy with school, so I haven't been uploading that much lately, at least not as much as I would like to. So I'm really unsure how this video is gonna do. If you guys like this, I will do more videos talking about Studio Series. If not, then I guess I need to be quicker with the news while they're still hot, am I right? But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys.